What's your prediction today? Give me a score on that.
Packers 24-10.
24-10? 35-3.
Ouch.
35-3.
Ouch.
And they're going to kick the field goal with like right before half, just to get on the board.
Wow.
Just to get on the board.
What's the halftime score going to be, Tom?
35-0. 35-3, of course. But I mean, 35. We're going to be...
So what? They're not even going to come out for the second half? What's going on here?
Oh, man.
Jeez.
You know, their biggest flop was when they traded Thomas Jones.
Yeah.
Thomas Jones, I was so happy to see that. So happy to see them get rid of Thomas Jones. Hey, I got somebody calling in here. Let's see who that is. Hello. Who's this?
Is this WSUM?
Yes, it is. Good morning. Good morning. Who's this, please?
Good morning. This is Harold.
Oh, hey, Harold. How you doing today?
Is this Tom?
Yes, it is. Your host, Tom.
Yeah. Hi. How are you doing?
Good. That's my father, by the way, there, Brandon.
All right. Keeping it in the family. Good to see you.
Yeah. How you doing there, Pops?
Okay.
Super. You at the...
Talk about the Packers.
Yeah. Are you at the office with Mother?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technology. Listen to the old internet here, so...
I got you on.
Dad, who's going to the game tonight from the family?
Kelly and her friends.
Oh, Kelly. Oh, my niece Kelly. She's another student. She's up at UW Eau Claire, so...
Correct.
Kelly, if you're listening, you better bring it home. Better bring that victory in for us.
We got friends at UW Green Bay that are going with her.
Oh, awesome.
So UW people are there.
Sure.
Say, Brett could set another record today. Maybe not today, but in a few days. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. The interception record.
Oh, that's right, against George Blanda.
There was a big article in yesterday's paper about George Blanda.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think too many people know he was 49 years old when he retired from football.
Blanda was 49 years old?
49 years old, correct.
Wow.
He played with the Bears until the Bears fired him. They let him go. And I don't know, 17 years he was with the Bears.
Really?
As their quarterback. And then also a kicker. He punted, he kicked field goals. But anyway, when the Bears let him go, the AFL was just being organized, and Houston
Oilers,
yeah, picked him up, and he quarterbacked with them for, gosh, I don't know how many years. And then Houston let him go, and he went with Al Davis.
Oh, yeah. I always remember him as a Raider.
Correct. And he was 49 years old when he retired.
49 years old, Brandon. That means Brett,
Yeah, Brett's got a long time to go yet.
He's got 10 more years, easily.
You know, I wonder why the Bears fired him. Maybe it was all those interceptions.
Well, he never won too many championships. The Packers always beat him out. Back when this was Curdy Lambeau's era.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting article yesterday in yesterday's paper, the Milwaukee paper, about it.
Yeah, Dad, tell me a little bit, maybe you recall some of those Bear games back in the 60s with Hallis and Lombardi. Were those pretty good fights up there?
Oh, yeah, they were always vicious.
Vicious.
Yeah, right. That was two teams. That was a rivalry that there was no other one like it in the NFL until later years when other teams got strong. But the Packer-Bear rivalry was a great one.
Were there a lot of Bear fans at the games back in the 60s, unlike,
No, not like now. No. Lambeau Field was pretty much sold to local people. Lambeau Field was held about 32,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't... there were always some Bear fans that would come up from Chicago. The same way at Old City Stadium. There was always Bear fans that would drive up for that big rivalry. I would say, I don't know, percentage-wise, what it would be, maybe 25% of the seats were taken by Bear fans. But, yeah, that was a great rivalry. It was a tough one.
Yep, it's still pretty competitive even today.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't see the Bears being as strong like they were last year. They got defense, but I like the way the Packers are coming.
Yeah, and I think the schedule's really going to hurt Chicago a lot this year.
Okay.
You see the last couple of years, I know the last time they went 13-3, they went something like 5-11 the year after, just because the year before they had that real good year, they played
the weaker team.
Yeah.
And because they went to the Super Bowl last year, they got a tougher Team 6 schedule.
Yes, they do.
Okay, and the Packers picked up a little bit slack with the schedule they got, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the Pack got next Sunday, too, in Green Bay. So two games in a row, and if they can win both of them, they're really going to be flying high.
Yep, that'd put them at, 6-0 then?
Right.
On the way to that 16-0 there, buddy.
Oh, God.
6-0, then the percentages get pretty good, doggone good.
Yeah.
To
finish a winner and go on.
Dad, let's go to a little bit more recent history in the Packer-Bear rivalry. How about the 80s with Forrest Gregg?
Yeah, right. The players Forrest Gregg had on his team where he drafted them to be rowdies, to be a rowdy team up against the Bears. Charles Martin, quarterback down.
Brandon, do you remember who Charles Martin was? Charles Martin.
I can barely remember him, yeah.
But it was a game in '86, and he came out in the pregame warm-ups with a hit towel. He had a towel on his waist, and he had all the numbers of all the Bears that he was going to take out. And, he had the dirtiest play I've ever seen in football. There was an intersection by Mark Lee. He turned around and grabbed Jim McMahon and slammed him on his shoulder and basically ruined his career.
Right.
And then he came and played
back
for Green
to Green Bay and played for the Green Bay after that.
Yeah.
But Charles Martin was gone then. He wasn't in the same locker room.
No.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, right?
Yeah, right.
Have McMahon walk in there.
Right. But then also they had Mossy Cade.
Oh, yeah.
Another quality guy. And these were Forrest Gregg's draft choices, picks.
Now, speaking of another game...
Forrest Gregg was hired to replace Bart Starr, and that I'll never forget. Judge Perrin, the judge in Green Bay, fired Bart and hired Forrest.
Yeah, I know. In our family, Dad, after that, he wasn't, you didn't watch the games. I think you did a lot of raking leaves on Sunday afternoons after that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was not happy about that, getting rid of Bart at all. Because actually, at that time in '83, and it was a Bear game that actually sealed the deal for Bart, because we had a win against the Bears, and the Saints had to lose. The Saints lost in '83, and we lost at a last-minute field goal. And after that, they removed Bart Starr.
Right, yeah, and they were on the verge of getting into the playoffs.
Right.
They couldn't imagine what the president was thinking about. But he makes a decision like our current president in Washington does.
Oh, I knew you'd get
a decision.
I knew you'd get a lick in President Bush there, Dad.
But anyway.
But going back to another game that was awesome at Lambeau, how about that review game that we were at with my brother Mark and my brother-in-law Dave?
I don't remember.
Oh, the one with Don Mikowski? Where they called...
Where he went across the line?
Yeah, where he crossed the line?
Yeah, I don't know too many particulars about that.
Yeah, that's probably because you were hanging out with me, and I was probably hogging everything, so...
Okay.
But yeah, that was an awesome game back in '89 in the family, so...
Yeah, okay. But anyway, how's Madison doing after the defeat yesterday?
It's pretty quiet.
I suppose.
It's pretty quiet. It was quiet last night, too.
They're still down in that flatland country.
I think a lot of students went up there.
Trying to get home.
I saw some corn harvesters out in the field harvesting corn and soybeans yesterday, and maybe they went out and rode on one of those machines.
Well, they're out there doing their weekend chores probably there to pay their student bills. So.
Right. Then the other Chicago situation is the Cubs got beat last night. That puts the end of them for the year.
Yes, it does.
So what was your feeling about that? Are you feeling bad for the Cubbies, Dad?
No. They're a good team. But it's going to be interesting now that the season's over for them, what will happen with the sale of the Cubs and the new owner, and you'll look at all of this. It's going to be interesting to follow.
Well, the one person I feel sad for is Ron Santo.
Right, yeah. Ron Santo didn't get to go any further than one game in Chicago with the the playoffs. He was down in Arizona for 2 games, and yeah, that's too bad. He's certainly a good Cub fan.
Right. Well, if you can hang on a minute there, I got to take care of a little business in house here.
Okay, well, I'll let you go. I'll listen to you on the air, and have a good day.
Thank you, Dad. Have a great day.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Contributors to WSUM include the students of the University of Wisconsin through the Student Services Finance Committee. Other contributions come from business underwriters and listener memberships. To become a member or to learn more about business sponsorship, visit WSUMFriends.org.
Hiya, friends. This is Harry Cowie, and you're listening to WSUM Madison, which backwards would be Muswa.
Goddamn! Get off your ass and jam! Goddamn! Get off your ass and jam! Goddamn! Get off your ass and jam! Goddamn! Get off your ass and jam!
Hey, my. Tune in Sundays at 11 a.m. to the Mad Marcus Rock and Soul Review, your voice of choice, playing all the hot platters that matter. That's every Sunday at 11 a.m. Get up with me and we'll get down.
Yeah, Brandon, that's Madman Marcus coming in here at 11 o'clock in the studio. He's got a great show. Did you ever listen to him at all?
I have not had a chance to catch him yet, but I actually am going to try to pretty soon here.
Yeah, he's another one of those old farties here at the station, so he plays a lot of 70s jam, 70s funk music with
good stuff.
His buddy John Shivers, so give me a shout out there to Johnny Shivers. Johnny's got another great show back in the day, Saturday mornings from 10 to noon, so another 70s funk show. So, again, WSUM 91.7 FM, Madison, Wisconsin. Tom Garrett, your host here. Brandon in studio, just getting ready for the Packer game tonight. A little bit of down today with our Bucky loss, but Bucky, if we just run the table if we still run the table, everybody's losing in the NCAA this year.
Yeah, Ohio State kind of cemented themselves as the front runners for the Big Ten right now, but. I don't know. Everybody in the top 10 is going to end up with at least one loss, I think. South Florida, whatever team that is, the Bulls, South Florida. They're in Tampa, so I get confused. They almost lost yesterday as well, which is going to be kind of interesting because they were kind of one of those teams that nobody really thought that they were going to go up there. They were kind of under everybody's radar, and they beat West Virginia, and they jumped from number 18 or something in the country to number 6, and now they're probably going to end up moving up maybe to number 5. It's going to be interesting how far USC is going to fall. Losing to Stanford obviously doesn't help them because Stanford is not very good as far as statistics and records go. So we'll see how far they drop. I'm thinking maybe 11-ish or so.
Well, yeah, speaking of the brain schools yesterday, Stanford and Northwestern. Yeah. Took care of Michigan State.
Yeah, in OT, too, 48-41. I was surprised when I saw that box score.
Yeah, but anytime you see these, the harder schools, I should say, to get into, Northwestern and Stanford, studies are number one over there. For them to do good on the football field is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, except for when it's against the Badgers in the case of Northwestern.
Well,
Northwestern has had our number in everything in the last couple of years, and I'm sick of it. So,
well, that's that Illinois connection again.
And they're not even good. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, it's just that, Wisconsin-Illinois rivalry all the time that comes to play.
Yeah.
But who we